Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and it's Sunday, which means, hey, we're doing another clean out for our 200 run series, and for part 2, which is where we're racing for 10 million, no longer just adding loot once a week per farm, or one farm per week. We're actually adding it as soon as we get it, because we're trying to get to 10 million as soon as possible, and we're mixing the farms up a little bit more as well. Last week was a good week. We actually ended up hitting 359,000. It's the most we've made so far. So not bad after 5 weeks. We'll see if we can beat it this week. We are actually now finally doing better than the part 1 series, which again, the part 1 series was kind of slower because we were only adding one farm, one loot from one farm each week to our sales, as we were trying to see how sales would build up. But yeah, I think our RNG might have just been better the first time around, because it was actually doing better than the part 2 series here. But anyway, before we get into the review and just see how well we're doing, which we're doing pretty well so far for only 5 weeks worth of sales. Of course, we'll have 6 after today. If you do like these videos, go ahead and smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss my future videos, like the clean out, or not the clean out, but the loot video coming out tomorrow. But anyway, guys, as far as our review goes, again, like I said, we made 359,000 last week. That was, the most we've made so far since we've started this. We're only 6 weeks in, well, we'll be 6 weeks in after we do the clean out today. We are doing this between 2 different realms, just like we did the first time. The same 2 realms too. Clean them out completely, shifted that stuff over. We are also taking a look at how series 1, how all those items that we moved to other realms are doing on these, since we have stopped adding any more loot to them. So we're still making sales off of the leftovers from the series 1, and it's been going really well. 354,000 last week. The week before that, we actually had a really good week at like 700 some thousand, and just this week you see we made 176,000, bringing us to 2.2 million gold made from the items that we are no longer adding loot to those 2 realms, which is pretty awesome. That's where I mentioned, like, it's nice that transmog is kind of a slow seller, because in a way it's like passive gold. Yes, I still have to post the items, but other than that, I don't have to add anything else to it, and I still have plenty of items to post still on those realms. But anyway, back to the new series and what's going on here. We have so far made 764,239 gold, which is really good. Leaves us with only 9.2 million left to make, a little bit over that, to get to our goal of 10 million. We are doing this again, like I said, between 2 different realms, Thrall and Proudmoore. So far now, Proudmoore has actually made us the most. They made us 230,000 last week, 129,000 on Thrall, bringing the total from Proudmoore to 401,000 and Thrall to 362,000. It's really not a competition between the realms, though. We really just want to see just how well they're performing, but we ultimately will trade items between realms to try to get the sales, to try to get to our goal of 10 million. We do track both our transmog sales and our material sales, which also sometimes includes some pets depending on the farm. Mostly islands, and Welding Caverns has a pet as well, but we're not really going after pets or anything. But we've so far made 173,000 with materials and 590,000 with our transmog / pattern sales as well, just throwing in transmog. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for the review. Let's go ahead and get to our first bank alt, which is going to be our low value bank alt for Proudmoore, then the high value bank alt, then the materials bank alt, and then we'll do the same exact rotation with Thrall. All right, guys, so first up, our low value transmog for Proudmoore. Let's go ahead and take a look, see how well they did. Starting us out here, let's see, we've got 31 sales, 44,138 gold. Really good week with the low value transmog on Proudmoore. That's really nice whenever it's at least 1,000 over per sale there. Looking really good. Of course, we have some stuff even under 100 here, unfortunately, but yeah, not bad. Nice to get rid of a bunch of these duplicates and things that we've got here, some rings and things as well. Clearing out a lot of the stuff, which we have a ton of low value stuff. I think we're even up to, like, I don't know, 700, 800 low value items already. Again, this one is going a lot faster than the first series. But anyway, some standouts here. We got warp scale shoulders here for 1,200, almost 1,300. We've got prospector woolies at 3,300. We have glorious helm here for almost 18,000 gold. Really nice sell on that one. Then we've got phasing boots for 3,700. We've got our Tyrant's boots here for 3,100, and then a Creeper Claw broad axe for 4,700. That's a wad item. And then that's it. That's all we got for the things over 1,000 gold. All right, guys. So still on Proudmoore now, but now for high value, we have 10 items sold, 177,000 gold, 788 gold. Really nice this week. Let's go ahead and see what we sold. A couple Bloodskull Lakes, only for about 1,900. Really low on those. They are only valued at typically around the 20,000 range. So they tend to sell kind of low, but that's extremely low. They sell super fast though. Schematic for the hard Corium goggles for 9,500. We also sold which of course is going to come from when we did Sunwell. Straight hardwood staff, 3,200. Schematic for the Justice Bringer 3,000 specs. Again, Sunwell, 50, almost 60,000 gold there. Before the auction house cut would have been over 60. Schematic for the Sure Strike goggles, 57,000. Forgotten Peacekeeper belt for 27,000. Ceremonial leather loincloth for 12,000, which we got from Welling Caverns. Forgotten Peacekeepers, that of course came from when we were doing Isle of Thunder. And so yeah, nice, a lot of stuff from Sunwell here. Grizzly Jerkin for 3,200, and then just a ring here that's in that inflated group. But yeah, not bad at all. Blood scale still, I mean, it's kind of a lower value, high value item, but yeah, they sell super fast. Typically would like to get at least around 5,000 for them though at the lowest, but we'll take what we can get. All right, guys, so onto our material gold. Let's see what we got here. And we've got 13 sales, 14,342 gold. Actually, really nice amount. Didn't really expect that. Maybe we sold some of those modules from Y. We still have a bunch of those, which we did actually. Or actually, this is not even a module. This is actually just a really nice sell on one of the pieces to make the like open world modules. So the silico power framing is just one of those 3 pieces to actually make the mod itself. 6,800. So not a bad sell on that. Let's see here. Volatile Fire, 260 pieces of that from, of course, doing Blackrock Caverns, 3,600. Emerald Silk Cloth, also from Blackrock Caverns, 787 of them for 1,500. And then we also sold our Rune Cloth, 857 pieces for 1,400 from when we did our hour in Solithus. So not bad. And then the Crimson Spindles, again, 61 of them for 442 gold. Not a whole bunch of gold, but still a decent amount for those little old gems. So not bad. 14,342 gold. Okay, guys, so once again, starting out with low value transmog, but this time we're going to be doing the Thrall side, and then we'll do the same rotation. Let's see, we've got 19 sales, 23,644 gold. Not as nice as Proudmoore, but less sales, still over that 1,000 gold per sale average. So it means we still, beat the odds there. We did pretty good with the amount of sales we got. Let's go ahead and see what we have that stands out. Mel Combat Armor sold for 3,100, not bad. Symbolic Vamp Bracers sold for 5,200. Actually pretty decent sell on that one right there. Saltstone Shoulders for 3,000. Sold a Nat Pagel book for right at almost 5,000 for the cut. It's probably right at 5,000. So not bad compared to how low we've sold them before. Of course, we've sold them over at like 30,000 in the past too, but not one of our worst sales there. And then we sold a Black Skull Shield for 1,100, and that's really all that really stands out. One kind of close to 1,000 here, but that's pretty much it. All right, guys, so our high value Thrall, 2 sales, 15,422 gold. Nowhere near as good as Proudmoore, but hey, it's better than a big old goose egg. We'll take it. And we have already actually had a goose egg, I think once on each of our realms. At least on Proudmoore, I think it's actually had the goose egg, but they're the ones showing out right now so far. Let's see though, we do have a rugged pole arm sold for 14,000. It's pretty much all of our gold, and then a Thistle Tea pattern sold for 1,100. Not bad, at least getting rid of another one of those Thistle Tea patterns. We get a whole bunch of them with our lock boxes. But yeah, then the rugged pole arm. All right, guys, so our very last paint call for week number 6 is our materials for Thrall. Let's take a look, see how they did, and get to the mailbox here. 17 sales, again, really nice. 16,312 gold. It's actually almost 1,000 gold per average sell. That's actually not too bad. Let's see. Ember Silk Cloth sold 802 pieces for almost 1,600. We sold some sun motes here. 328 of the gold for those. We have Vault of Fire, 256 of those sold for 3,500, almost 3,600. Then we sold the Crimson Spindles, the red gems from Sunwell, 533 gold or 543 gold for 75. And then we actually sold some of the Deviant Hatchlings, so the pets, and we see we got more of those. Or can you see them? Yeah, on my face in the cover. But yeah, sold 2 of the Deviant Hatchlings from Welding Caverns. And then we actually sold again 2 or 3 of those extra pieces to make the modules for the open world farms. Not as good of a sell on these 3 as compared to the one that we sold over there on Proudmoore, but still, you know, they are just the pieces to make the modules, so they're just leftovers. So nice to actually see them sell. But yeah, not bad at all. 16,312 gold. I mean, that's actually still more than the materials made on Proudmoore. Let's see here. 16,312. Fortunately, we actually vendored the rune cloth on our, you know, potato or our druid that was farming for Silithus for Thrall, unfortunately, but still have been only like another 1,000 gold, but still that would have been nice. Right? But anyway, let's go and pull up our sheet. Let's see how well we did. So for week 6, not bad. Didn't beat last week, but that happens, especially with us not really getting much gold from Thrall on the high value side of things. Luckily enough, Prowler made a lot, but still not bad. 260,992 gold from Transmog alone this week. Pretty nice with the materials as well at 30,654 gold. Less than what we made last week in materials, but I think we had a lot more the week before because we actually had some BFD stuff as well in there with the materials. But yeah, not bad. 30,000 still, you know, only 10,000 below what we made in materials the week before. But that brings us to a grand total of 291,646 gold. Still above that 200,000 we like to be at each week, but still below what we made the week before, but almost close to 300,000, which is pretty good. Almost 2 weeks in a row with 300,000 at least. So that is also unfortunately less than we made the first time around with the part 1 series, with them making us 321,000 on this week. And for some reason, even though I did do this for the whole column, it's still not wanting to save the bold stuff here and the centered stuff that I have going on here. I don't know why it's not saving it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, there we go. 291,000 versus 321,000 on our Series 1. We are still above Series 1 though now, because of, you know, how much we made last week compared to what we made on the Series 1. I looked at it, I added everything up, and it was like 164,000 we needed to make this week in order to beat Series 1, and we're of course over 164,000. So really good. But another really good note is we are now over 1 million gold. We have broken 1 million gold. Took us 6 weeks to do it, but hey, we did it. 1,055,000 gold. So that is awesome in itself. We have now made with our Proudmoore realm 638,000 of that, and 417,000 with our Thrall realm. So not bad. We have less than 9 million now at 8.9 million, and some other little 44,000 there. But to make before we hit our goal, and hopefully it'll, you know, we'll have some weeks where it's like really up there, like we did with the first series. Maybe we'll even break 1 million gold in 1 week. But anyway, guys, that's really going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll have to see what next week brings, as we'll be adding Nomergon loot from there, and we'll be possibly adding Islands loot as well. That's what I'm working on. Try to knock it out before the loot video. But yeah, I know I was supposed to do the Northern and Southern Eastern Kingdom zones. I just didn't have time to do it this week, as I, you know, was actually just really tired. I was, you know, going to bed really early this week, but go at least try to knock out the first week of Islands. I'll also try to do Islands again next week, and maybe try to do at least the Northern Eastern Kingdom zones, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you like it. Also helps out the channel. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell.